All right, I am Chef Korenn, and this is my recipe for a vegan lobster macaroni and cheese. This one is fairly simple. Getting a hold of the ingredients can be a challenge, but when they're in season, make sure you get plenty. These lobster mushrooms are absolutely delicious. Right now, between the months of July and November is lobster mushroom season. So if you don't have any, go ahead and get you a couple, freeze what you don't use. They will come in handy. So I'm getting started here with my fresh lobster mushroom, and I'm cutting it into large chunks. With these large chunks, it is going to make it easier for me to clean out any dirt or debris that has basically nestled into any crevices on my lobster mushroom. So I clean that just with a little bit of water, and those are ready to go. The next step is basically breaking your lobster mushroom into large chunks. Here I have some fresh chopped garlic, and I'm going to chop this down, not into quite of a mince, just a little bit larger than a mince. And I have here some freshly chopped parsley. Into the pan, I have a very good amount of butter. It's almost a cup of butter, maybe a little bit more. And it is because we need this butter for our panko topping. So essentially we are making this delicious garlic lobster butter. Tastes amazing. So I'm just cooking the lobster mushrooms inside of the butter, nice and slow. It's on about medium-low heat, so it's giving a nice little sizzle, not too much. In goes the garlic, as you can see here. And we just saute this until the lobster mushrooms become tender, very fragrant, delicious, seasoned very lightly with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then we'll set that aside. Here I just have my water on for my gluten-free pasta shells. You use whatever pasta that you like. I did decide to go with a shell for this recipe. So as soon as that's done, you cook your pasta to al dente, because it is a dry pasta, so you should be able to cook it to al dente. And to the pasta goes in our lobster mushrooms. And you'll see the lobster mushrooms have kind of sat in that lobster butter, and it's just little chunks in there. So we're just going to mix that in, and in goes some of our cheese. I have two types of cheese here. I have a vegan mozzarella and a vegan cheddar, and I've also drizzled a bit of that vegan lobster garlic butter right inside of the pasta. So we're mixing that stuff in there because it's going to taste very delicious. And so this is the base for our lobster macaroni and cheese. To this, I'm adding in some delicious freshly chopped scallions, some more of that parsley, and a very basic vegan cheese sauce, which is made from potato and carrot. Essentially, you take your cooked potatoes and your cooked carrots and you puree them until they're nice and smooth. I transfer my mixture into a pot and season it with a bit of garlic, salt, pepper, some nutritional yeast, and just a little tiny baby dash of Dijon mustard. And that is my very basic vegan cheese sauce. It has a little bit of a tang because of the Dijon mustard. Really, really great stuff. So this goes into our lobster macaroni and cheese, and it literally marries all of these delicious flavors together. And we just mix this in until all of the cheese sauce has made its way into the little cups of the shells. And that is it. Now we just transfer our vegan lobster macaroni and cheese into our baking dish. We just top it with a bit more vegan cheese, and we're ready to go on top with our panko breadcrumbs.
We have some gluten-free panko breadcrumbs along with that garlic vegan lobster butter and some fresh chopped parsley. This has excellent, excellent flavor. You're definitely going to want to try this out. Right on top of our vegan lobster macaroni and cheese goes our delicious panko breadcrumbs. We are going to cover our baking dish with the lid and into the oven. That comes right out. It is nice and bubbly and melty, and it smells amazing. And it is ready to serve.
This vegan lobster macaroni and cheese is so delicious. I know you are going to enjoy it. I'll see you next time.